Alright, let's continue. Day 104. That's right, we were parked right outside this little cave with some berserkers in it. Let's see what's going on. Just a bunch of garbage. How many tools do we have? I guess actually we are at the point where we should be repairing everything. 109. Wow. I think that's okay. We're about to hit Al Hazif after this, so we'll just fight the Foul Cave and then we'll head right there. Oh, we're also out of ammo. Let's see. We need to do anything with that. I feel like we had more, yeah. God, I hate that. Sometimes I wish you could drop an item in this game. It really would be nice if you could do that. Alright, we'll do this, then we'll do this, then we'll do this, then we'll do this. Engage. And let's see. Tostig is a little hurt. Gerhard is like not super meaningfully hurt, and Geralt a little bit. But obviously, I mean, our whole plan is to not let them get attacks in any way, so. We'll wait with these bros. Gonna park a fatigue, well, maybe the tank right there. And Kettleman can step in, shoot this berserker. Could switch to the throwing jabs. Alright, Geralt whatnot need to be ready to back Ion up if anything goes poorly here. Just move and pass. Let's see, we can see through all these obstacles, which is nice. Go here, we'll end on. Let's see, if I move Geralt here, it's a little dangerous if the Mansplitter manages to get through, but I feel like it might attack Hyon anyway. And we go here and attack this Berserker. And I think we'll go here and attack this one. Could whip this one. I think we need to. Oh, we can't. This is not Edward. This is Roger. Right. Oh, damn. Yeah, so what was that? He didn't get attacked. Right? Oh no. He just got missed, okay. So in this case it wasn't like a bug, it just the animation was so fast because of Swifter. Oh, glad we didn't get destroyed. That could have been really scary. Alright, we want to... Let's be a little thoughtful about how we play this. So we want to make sure that Tostig does not end up in the super vulnerable spot. We can use Tostig to help finish off this Berserker this turn. We kind of want to just leave Hyon where he is. We need to make sure that this Berserker is dead. I think we're going to wait on Tostig. Walter will probably... I don't know that we need to attack this one. I kind of want to put some damage on one of these two, because I feel like this one is just gonna die. So I'm just gonna do this. Here. Let's see. Would be nice to attack that berserker. But I think we'll just do this one. Wait. Let's see. And we'll be moving him down into Tostig's spot. I kind of want to kill this one just because we're not going to lose that. We're going to lose the experience for killing it because it has bleeding. I guess that puts... Yeah, that's fine. I want that experience. Kind of don't have anything for Gerhard to do this turn. It's fine. And Geralt can step and poke and step back. We'll just Indom and Shield Wall. And then Tostig can throw move back. Okay, the important one to put damage on is this one down here, of course. It's going to be trivially easy to kill it. We're still going to make sure that it happens. Nice. Also drop a dog. Didn't really expect the dog to go there, I'll be honest. Kind of don't like that, that's annoying. Could just move here and attack that berserker, I suppose. Spearbro is still guarding this hex, so it's fine. They're all engaged in melee, or almost, so could move over here just to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this one won't be able to get into melee range if I move over and I make sure this one does not get away, or doesn't rally rather. I think it makes sense to bring the thrower over here now. Likewise, Mr. Fatigue neutral. Just gonna spear wall. Actually, I should have moved him down. Just pass. No need to use more ammo. Okay. And no fresh levels. This is killing me. I just need to do something with these two, but I still feel like the company is strong enough right now that I don't need those perks. And if we were to find a really good famed item, either from a camp or from the shops as we're sweeping through the south, it'll be such a shame not to have these perks free to take advantage of it. So, gonna continue to do it now. We're going to be extremely rich, by the way. Alright, also they have ambush trade routes. You'll love to see it. Escort caravan 3 days to the east. Never, never. Drive off nomads at hidden tents. Glad to know that hidden tents are there. somewhere over here. It's only a 2 skull contract. I'm not actually sure that I want to do that. Taxidermist, none of this stuff matters. Any famed items? No, because they have trade routes. Unfortunate. Let's see, what's the sale price like? It's probably pretty damn good, huh? Wow, that's it's pretty good. We're just gonna sell all this stuff, I think. Yeah, no, we don't really need to keep any of this. It's a lot of money. Alright, we'll sell dyes, the amber. This stuff is still repairing, I guess. Sell these abysmally terrible shields. This one is not good, right? Yeah, it's not enough better than a Sipar that I would consider using it in a real fight. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of money. Not really sure I'll ever need these stupid daggers again. I guess if we were to run into like an assassin or something. We've got 3 on the team currently. Don't know why I would keep this one-man splitter around. The sword is not good enough to be worth keeping, I think. Compared to a noble sword, it just isn't really good enough, unfortunately. So, we'll be selling that. And I might just sell all this junk, because we're kind of low on tools. And then mark the greatsword for sale. Because we don't need it. Alright, we're just going to buy all their tools. And buy some ammo. I kind of just don't care. Like, what does the price actually matter at all? I'm just going to buy some more, whatever. Food. Buy the rice, for sure. Dates. Don't even need to look at the brothers. Buy these things. Well, I guess we could consider whether we want to do the contract. It just feels kind of lame to be doing that kind of thing at this point in the game. We're really just trying to like race to these legendary locations and then Monolith. The only reason I'm thinking about it is that we're still leveling up Roger here. He's really close to level 10, so we really just need to get another, like, what is it, 3,000 experience on him, and then he'll be good. But I kind of want to have him ready by the time we get to the artifact reliquary. Just have him ready to put the sensor on at level 11 and be ready to rock and roll. So it kind of makes me want to take this contract just because it'll show us where the camp is. But then we have to come back is the problem, so it kind of doesn't really save us any time in a meaningful way. So I think we'll just journey east, try to find the camp naturally, pass through here, come down to Dahab. I guess? I don't know, am I supposed to be like taking random fights in the desert? Maybe. I want to keep clearing camps is the thing, and I'm just worried about finding them in the desert. I'm a little more tempted to move back north and like explore this fog, I guess. It's really not very likely to have named items compared to the stuff we were doing over here, which is a bummer. But we cleared this whole area not that long ago, so yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna explore through here, probably hit up the mountains there, and drop down to Dahab. Al Anwar. Does this place have a trading hall? It doesn't. There was like at least one trading hall on the map that I was making good use of for a bit. Where was it? Is that a Roststadt? Yeah, I think maybe. Nope. Doubleberg? Sattelfeste and Vardeborg. Okay, so like way up north. I don't even know if we're going to go back that way during the run. Okay. We don't have one down here, I think. I suppose if we found a potion of experience, we could pop that on our boy Roger. All right, we're just gonna journey through the desert, I guess, and we'll see what we see on our way over here. It'll be like a good little barometer for how much stuff there is for us to find in the desert too. I don't know if there's going to be enough camps spawned already for us to have it be profitable to wander through the desert. Maybe the Undead Crisis spawns more too? I have no idea. So far, this feels like an unbelievable waste of time. Okay, this sucks. I want to be just fighting all the time. Oh, fuck. I didn't actually buy those potions. Yeah. Okay. Wow, the plethora of auxiliaries and many necrosavants? Interesting. Interesting. Is that a fight that we bring in Edward for? I feel like Roger can do just fine. And I do want the experience on Roger a lot more. Yeah, so how do we handle this? I think clearly one of the people we should put on the side and the back would be like the tank. The spear bros certainly aren't as valuable. Do they all end up on like Hilderic in this configuration? Anyway, alright, let's do a little bit of reconfiguration and think. Actually, Kettleman runs out of fatigue before Tostig does. Actually, yeah, I guess this is fine. They each have 5 javelins to hit the necrosavants with. Could do a flash pot. Could take this guy's fire pot. I don't want to save it for, you know, one of the legendary fights we're going to do soon. Guess I'll just put it here for now. Fire pots do have the ability to like one-shot necrosavants, I think, after they pop their 9 lives. So that's kind of interesting. We'll put the stronger boys on the outside. So we got our 3 fatigue neutrals and the tank. Everyone inside has reasonable weapons. We can give spear bros like these. Actually, he doesn't need that. He's got the champion's thrasher. Well, this is better for beating necrosavants. That's interesting. The pikes are totally fine because they are good against the necrosavants. Or, you know, they're serviceable against the necrosavants, I guess. Don't really need the second shield, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, this fight should honestly be pretty fine. I wonder if Geralt should have something like chunkier and more melee oriented that he can switch to. We could give him this. I think that's gonna be good. Alright. And yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's see how this goes. Wish I had counted just now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there are 7 necrosavants. Definitely not a trivial number. I think I'm gonna move the company up and to the left 2 hexes. I don't know, that puts the tank in actually a protected position, which is kind of annoying. Like, that's not the position that I would want to put him in. But I guess it's fine. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 necrosavants. Actually, that was stupid. I should have pulled out the cleaver on Roger. That was an oopsie. Okay. Taste it. Necrosavants will wait. Make contact this turn. Yeah, so I think as soon as there's melee contact, the necrosavants get their trigger to move in. I don't know if they can jump the back line this turn. I guess if they're like right over here, they probably can. I don't think they'll be able to deal any damage, but still gonna just wait across the squad and try to put as much damage on them as possible. Yeah, so as soon as these fatigue neutrals and whatnot pass, we should see the necrosavants make their move. Our sensor boy didn't like that. Yeah, so okay. Seeing the way this unfolded, I actually think that was really stupid and I should have just moved the tank here. That was probably dumb. So do I go for headshots on this necrosavant? I don't think that they have 9 lives. Or sorry, I don't think they have steel brow is what I meant to say. So we're gonna switch to the Javs for sure. I think we'll attack the one over here who's sitting on top of our nimble bro. Yeah, so if I had the cleaver out, that would be so much better right now. Really, really punishing. Attack this one. You can be attacked by both fatigue neutrals. Switch to the Javs. Missed twice, damn. 9 lives triggered, which is nice. Finally got that necrosavant. Good god. And the one directly above me is more damage. Nice. Triggered 9 lives. Sure wish that I could actually pull out the dagger and make 2 attacks. No, he's not that hurt. Bonk. And we pull out our polearm. Not that bad, actually. Could just attack this one. This. Do I pull out the... I think what I'll do is I'll wait, and I can pull out the javelins, or sorry, use the javelins preferentially, if someone else is able to kill this necrosavant. Like, for example, Ion, who did it. No problem. He's got a lot of fatigue. We'll pull out the 3-headed flail and attack someone. Sure. I think we actually pull out the pike and attack this savant. Miss. I think in that case I'm okay with making the attack. Walter keeps missing. Same thing here. We will... I guess we can make an attack and then pull out the pike and attack. Do like... that. Try for another attack on this one, I guess. Got it. And... boop. So, we could move down here and make an attack on this one. If we move up here, this guy will be double surrounded, and I assume he teleports somewhere else, but he can basically only teleport onto a more vulnerable row. Okay, wow. Just barely didn't trigger 9 lives, unfortunate. We'll definitely attack. Trigger it. Could try to do it again. Yeah, it works for me. And I'm actually kind of tempted to release a dog, but I don't know. I feel like it's still a bad idea. I feel like this one will just feast on a dog if I put one out there, so maybe I'll just pull out the sword and kill some of the auxiliaries. And let's see. Nice try, nerds. Company is strong. Hell yeah. We'll make an attack and pull out the thing. And now this is Kettlemond. For me. Throwers are so stupidly strong. It's ridiculous. Alright. Damn it. Keep switching back and forth. Do we pull out the 3-headed flail? Uses a lot of fatigue. I guess it's still worth using. Kill that guy. Goddamn. Well, that was a curb stomp. No shinies. Very happy about Roger getting his level. No +4. So sad. Wish I could get more fatigue on this bro. I'm a little bit disappointed that that's not a thing. I guess I'll take more health. Resolve. I think I'll take the health. I feel like people have told me that I'm supposed to take reach advantage on the sensor bro, and he does have really good melee defense as it is. So I'm like, am I supposed to take reach advantage and put him in the front line? It seems a little bit risky. I'm looking at the two sensor builds, the one that I came up with and the one that I was given. Well, I've already diverged pretty far from the other one. Berserk Frenzy, Gifted. So the remaining perks that we could think about are like Recover, Reach Advantage, and then Flail Mastery. Cover, Reach Advantage, Flail Mastery? Something like that, I think. We're gonna get two more. Cover, Reach Advantage, Flail Mastery. No quick hands, we just keep the sensor out all the time. So obviously Flail Mastery does nothing for us right now. I kind of like Recover, Reach Advantage, Flail Mastery. Although I also heard that Recover is a frustrating ability to use on the sensor because you recover and then you have to spend a whole nother turn running forward to catch up with the fight, so you end up basically taking 2 turns for Recover, which isn't really ideal. So basically I'm like 100% sold on Reach Advantage, I think. And then Flail Master we have to take. But is there a different one we might take beyond? Fearsome would obviously be strong, but we're at the point where like the fights we care about now are Reliquary and Monolith, so like it's not necessary to beat Orc camps or nomads or whatever. Reach Advantage. Mastery. Is there anything else? Don't think quick hands is really necessary. Dodge seems a little suspect, given the amount of fatigue this guy will be guzzling up. Anyway, I think I'm going to go with Reach Advantage on this level, just because it does give him an immediate benefit. We'll figure out the rest later on. Okay. Anything else? This is fine. Continue on. Oh, I also need to level up Shuyab, our nerd. He needs to get in for another fight. Poor Wahib. Just 20 days and nothing for him. Yeah, let's look for a small fight to bring Shuyab in on. And we'll continue, I guess, to the southeast. Yeah. I don't know. I hope something respawned between here and Dahab, or else it's going to feel very inefficient. What's this? Serpents? Gross. I really don't feel like fighting like some giant mega cluster of 25 serpents. I just don't. Do I go south through the desert? I really want to get to Dahab before nightfall. That would be nice. Serpents are going north along the road. I can't believe I forgot to buy the potions at that city. Not ideal. I think we'll be okay, but stupid. A tournament. Oh, goodness. 3-day caravan contract. Hunt down what terrorizes. Nothing interesting here. The temple. Alright, we're not going to forget this time. We're just doing it. Could buy a second smoke pot too. I think I will. In case we use one in one of the fights and then we want to be ready with another one. Another flash pot and fire pot would also be pretty nice to have sitting around since we just have infinite money. And blah blah blah. We buy another fire pot, flash pot. Honestly, I think we do. We just have infinite money, effectively. Oh, and I should re-equip the Spirit Rose here and here. Move everyone back to their positions. Okay. We'll do like this. And of course, we have to do this too. Let's do that. Okay. So, interesting. Let's buy all the stuff. The arena. 3 rounds, one after the other, and each harder than the last. Oscar the Cruel's Iron Warper. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I feel like a prime opportunity to lose some bros, especially because I don't really have meaningful experience fighting in arena tournaments. So like, I know you kind of need to be ready for a wide variety of opponents, but I feel like I don't know the list very well. So I'm a little concerned about under-preparing. I had an Ironman run pretty recently where I like hopped in the arena and got in a tournament, and the second round was against a whole bunch of Ifrits, and I just like was not really prepared for that with the weapons that I had brought. I guess the way the company is set up, it's not that specific concern is not as much of a problem. Who would I bring in? I feel like we should be able to do at least the first 2 rounds pretty safely with this company since everyone is so strong. So I'm just thinking, who would I want to bring in? I feel like it would have to be a thrower, at least one thrower, because of the possibility of facing something like a swordmaster. Just need to have someone who could net that enemy and then use jabs to take them down. So probably one of the two throwers. I kind of feel like Kettlemund, it's tough. Kettlemund has much better melee defense and better melee skill, I suppose. Worse health and worse fatigue. Arena fights are pretty brutal and short. Kind of feel like Kettlemund just makes more sense. So I think we'll do this. I don't know, does he need... Maybe he doesn't need this many jabs, actually. We can just do something like that. We can even smoke pot it, actually. That really makes it a lot safer. And like 2 stacks of jabs should be more than enough for any arena fight, I assume. So that would be our first bro in the fight. I feel like bringing in the tank does make a lot of sense. I'm going to put the bros that I'm using over here. I feel like the tank makes sense. There's a decent number of fights where there's an enemy that you just want to lock down, or maybe you're fighting against a small group of enemies and like the tank can just move into the right position where he zone of controls 3 of them, just 3 normal enemies or something like that. And that's just such a huge play for a single brother to do. So he really effectively can nuke enemies more quickly than anyone else. And he's durable enough that he should be able to tank all kinds of stuff. Most things that could go his way. Alright, next, I'm pretty interested in bringing the Spear Bros. Between these two, it's interesting. Walter versus Liebwin, who we know starts confident. Kind of feel like Liebwin is better. I don't know. That part is interesting. The question is, like, how much do I value the confident morale state versus Walter's better stats and like a 50% chance of having them improve? And of course, he can also gain morale in the fight itself, too. So the party is something like this. I think. Do I put the Spear Bros on the inside or the outside initially? I guess the inside makes more sense. Spear Bros also have the ability to net opponents, which is pretty nice to know. I don't think we get to refresh items in between rounds of the tournament, which actually makes me wonder if I'm supposed to bring more nets in on these bros. Fine with Walter's loadout. Gotta do a bunch of annoying inventory management. All the gear shuffling. This is that one, which is obviously incredible. The question of what to put on their bodies is interesting. $35 versus 120. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure which is more valuable between those two possibilities. Like, we could give him the assassin's robe with the hyena pelt. I guess just having the initiative is pretty nice, huh? It does provide more armor, too. And then back here we got this thing, which I think we will put on your boy. And then does your boy want to keep this? Probably. Seems pretty good. Small optimizations. We just give him the best weapons the squad has, basically. Should not need 2 fighting spears. That seems kind of unnecessary. I like that we have the Sipar shields to pull out on the spear bros. That kind of gives us a little bit more flexibility if we end up fighting something like an Ifrit. I kind of want to give the spear bros... I guess there's interesting options. We could give them cleavers. This is going to be such a pain in the ass to put everyone's gear back on. It's terrible. Give them maces. Maces sounds kind of good to me. Cleaver is also really good. I don't know. So fatigue heavy, and we're fighting in the desert, in desert terrain, that I do worry a little bit about having that be one of our options. Do we just bring in another net, maybe? Wish we had more good nets. Or do we just leave this Champion's Thrasher on him? Let's make him better against shields. He's kind of already good against shields just by virtue of having such ridiculous melee skill. And he can have the fighting spear if we need to. So maybe just another net is more valuable. Okay, I think this is the team, and I think this is the gear that we would bring in. 354. Yeah. I think this is the team and the gear that we would bring in. And we're certainly going to enter the tournament, so I guess let's see what happens. I am a little concerned about doing this right now. I did get a little trashed before this fight. I think ammo refills between arena tournament rounds. I need to check how this works. Okay, tournament. No chance to rest or change your brothers in gear. The earlier you quit. Named item. Okay. Yeah. So is this the gear that we want? I think we'll swap these around. Make it a bit more fair between those who survives. I'm just trying to imagine the team that this composition is bad against. So like, what are we potentially up against? There's webnecks, there's hyenas, there's serpents. I'm just going down the wiki and seeing what the different fights are. Nox errors, that would be unfortunate, but I guess with 5 brothers it's not as bad. Nomads, Ifrits, gladiators, which is a little scary. Frenzied hyenas, mercenaries, swordmaster with raiders, hedge knight with raiders, blade dancer with nomad outlaws, unholds lindworm, champion gladiator, champion swordmaster, gladiator with gladiators, champion swordmaster with mercenaries, blade dancer champion with outlaws, nomad executioner with gladiators. Oh boy. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll enter the We'll enter the tournament. We'll certainly do the first 2 rounds. And then after that, based on how we're feeling, we'll evaluate whether we want to continue or not. You know, if we're all damaged and people are fucked up, I don't know. But if everyone's feeling good, am I supposed to start with the throwing net out on the thrower? I honestly don't know. I feel like having a lot of nets might be nice, but we have 3 right now. I feel like that should be enough. Okay. Hyenas. Well, guess what? We got spear bros, so that's pretty nice. If I just throw... Don't want to expose him. Could also move the tank right here. I think we're just gonna do this. Wait. So now we could move him back if we wanted to, and same thing with the thrower. We cannot move him back, just kidding. JK. Okay, we can move the tank right here. Leave the hex in between for the hyenas to latch onto. Other ones try to go through the spear bros. Okay. Now do we keep on spear walling? They've all moved, right? Let's... Oh no, this one still has some AP. And that one as well. That's interesting. Do they have enough to come back around the other way? We're just going to spear wall and not allow for that possibility. And I might retreat upwards by 1, I think. No, then we wouldn't be guarding this hex here. So we're just going to stay where we are. And Cattleman is going to wait and see where they go. I don't even think that Goswin needs to do any endoming or shield walling or whatever. I'm just gonna attack. And now we could do that. Raban stays where he is. Kill... What the hell is this one doing? Also, why does Walter... Oh, we gave him heavier gear. Wow. That's... Jesus. That's an extremely big problem. That's really bad. Jesus Christ. Okay, so with... Wow. Can't use these weapons? That's really bad. I suppose we could probably drop one of these each combat and switch to the other? It seems terrible. That's actually really bad. Man. Jesus Christ. So I think what we could do is drop one of his items each round, and then I assume he needs to... He probably needs to pick it up again, or else we might lose it, which kind of sucks. Wait. Oh my god. Oh, that's annoying. I actually meant to continue in the tournament. I just like clicked. I think my instinct for fighting in the arena took over, and I just clicked the bottom button. Oh, never mind. We do get to continue on. Okay, wow. For some reason, I thought that this meant that we had to drop out. So we're definitely going to try the second round. What I'm really not sure about is whether we want to do the third round with one of our fatigue neutrals being completely nerfed. It's really frustrating. So let's see, they've got 2 throwing spears. I believe one can go... What are we going to do? This is a sword master. That's good to know. Important, very important detail. Actually, a reasonably scary group of enemies. So we could step and poke. We could put the tank like here. The sword master could footwork around him, I think. But it's not so bad. That kind of wastes some of his time doing that. Stepping and poking and stepping back seems a little bit lame. I don't remember exactly. Checking Sword Master's stats. So they're ridiculous, I know. They have 80 melee defense. They also have dodge. And pretty high, reasonably high initiative. They have anticipation, berserk, crippling strikes, duelist, dodge, executioner, fast adaptation, footwork, nimble, recover, steel brow, underdog, hand-to-hand attack. And 80 melee defense. So that actually makes me think that I'm supposed to put the tank here. If I put him here, then the Swordmaster can go up here with footwork and then go 1, 2, 3. If I put the tank here, he can only footwork backwards, basically, away from the group. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. Put the tank here and just indom. So then what do I want to do about these 4 down on the bottom? We kind of need to be thoughtful about the fact that Kettleman's job is going to be to net the Swordmaster. We could also rush the Swordmaster, which is kind of interesting. So we could put like... Oh my god, the fact that Walter can't do shit in this fight is just like unbelievable. It's just so bad. Oh my god. I can't even. Like, he literally can't do anything this turn. He can move forward to occupy these 2 and drop an item on that spot, which is probably what he'll end up doing, but like, I can't even. Yeah, so what are we going to do with the Swordmaster? We could put Raban here, Hyon here. Kettleman moves forward to nets the Swordmaster. Goswin... Goswin like goes down here. That's kind of lame. Goswin can move forward. It doesn't provide any surround on the Swordmaster is the thing, because he has underdog. I do feel like the key to this fight is killing the Swordmaster, and I'm just trying to figure out if I'm supposed to let him come to me. The problem is, if I don't focus the Swordmaster down initially, then the alternative is putting the tank here, like I said. And then I don't really like my play of just like running the Spear Bros down here. I don't like spear walling because of the 2 throwing spears. So I kind of like this blow up the Swordmaster idea more. 'Cause I guess in that case, what I'd probably do is I move Walter here. I think because he has quick hands, he can drop one of his items and then stab the Swordmaster. So we're gonna do the Swordmaster plan. I'm putting Raban in a bit of a dangerous position. So we have to kind of hope that that works out for us. Move here and wait. Move here and wait. And then we net him. And Walter, I think we move him here. Could also move here and just attack the Swordmaster. That lets two of them get on Raban, which I don't really like that much. But I feel like this is more important. And now Goswin. I either put him like here, or I move him over here. I'm a little concerned. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Neither of those options is very strong for him. This doesn't provide any surround bonus. This protects... I guess this protects Raban from being triple surrounded, which is pretty important. So I guess this is probably the play. Oh, and I was definitely supposed to drop an item there. Tank getting added ain't no big deal. Ouch. Dealing with ordinary mortals is very different from dealing with a Swordmaster. So yeah, do I move here? Between these three. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the thrower ends up getting jumped on if I do that. I feel like I'm supposed to come help over here somehow. I think I go here and drop an item on the ground. So let's see, 16 and 8. So when I equip this, I think I go down to like 9 max fatigue. Right? No, 13. And this is... Yeah, so I think if I drop the pike on the ground... Can I not do that? Oh, he has to go here. Right. Then we'll recover enough fatigue next turn to make an attack. And I guess we... Do I even bother breaking free? Sure. Now, I could move... I could, like, pull out the Goblin Pike, attack this one, and move backwards. But... that still leaves Raban in a position to get attacked. So we'll just do this. Why didn't he move all the way in? That's so weird. I don't understand that at all. Kind of want to just pull out the... Yeah, I think what we'll do is we will attack this one with just a regular attack, and then we'll quick hands out the Jagged Pike. Maybe that was kind of overkill. Alright, he's taking care of himself just fine. We have to remember to pick up that... Well, I mean, we don't have to remember to pick up the pike, but it would be kind of annoying if we didn't. And I think I'm gonna do this. I want to let this guy attack Kettleman. No. Not really. Maybe I like him attacking Kettleman once more than I like him attacking our Spearbro twice, though. Damn. Mercenary's got some strong armor on. Step in and bonk, I think. Miss. Ouch. I think I'll move up and work on this guy. Leave the fatigue neutrals and appropriate positions. Can't move. Shit. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing this instead. Seems better. Interesting. Pike is not on the ground? Where's the pike? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Okay. So funny. There goes Jazz. Okay. Well. Got him. Okay, we took some damage in that fight. So, let's see, what's the situation? I don't know. One of our spear bros took a bunch of hits. His armor is pretty much trashed. His health isn't super low, but it's like not great. I think the other spear bro was basically fine. I should have taken time to assess this before deciding whether to continue. And then, let's see, Walter, the fatigue neutral, took a pretty big hit from the pole hammer, I think, so his armor was at like 2/3 or something. Obviously the tank is fine. Kettleman used up his net. We still have nets on the spear bros, and we have the fatigue neutral with the stupid gear, where I can like drop one of the items. I don't know. I'm pretty scared. I kind of feel like if I go on... it's like an easy way to lose a brother. And the reward of one famed item is just not worth it. I don't know. It's very cowardly of me. I feel like I should be trying harder. Oh, I could have also given them potions, I guess. That might have been smart. I feel like if we were at full health and I hadn't made the weird, stupid gear mistake, I would be totally fine to continue. But given that we're not, and we did, I'm gonna be a little bitch this time. And, you know, if you're disappointed in me, I'm disappointed in myself too. I'll be perfectly honest. Do this. This. Need one. Walter gets that. Tank back in the middle. Spear bros. Yeah. Let's see. Where did other stuff come from? Engelbert. Let's see. I know there's some things I still haven't restored. That. Leibwin does have enough fatigue. I had to double check. Tank gets this. Let's see. Orc trophy. No. Undead trophy, orc trophy. Where the dogs come from. Does Walter get one? Yeah. It's a dog. Smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. Two smoke bombs seems like overkill for a normal fight. Also, I am legitimately quite disappointed in myself for not doing that fight. It's a shame. I'm a little bitch. This should be fine. And let's see. He gets this again. Rusher. Other Spearbro could get some other kind of interesting melee weapon. I guess we could just give him that. Actually, we'll do this. And he's just going to have another smoke pot. Ultimate safety. Oh, we definitely don't want to potentially endanger any of the holy water. Okay. Got a lot of holy water. So, Dahab. Already bought everything we need here. Arena, we bitched out because we were dumb. And we made mistakes. Double jabs. I think we can just sell this gun, unfortunately. We just don't have anyone who can use it. Okay, and this guy gets that. You get this, you get that. Sell the gun. Sell all that junk. Okay. Let's sell the things. Sell all loot. We're gonna sell the gun because we just aren't gonna have time to train up a bro to use it, unfortunately. And we already have all the tools we need. Good on food, pretty much. Okay, this was hunt down what terrorizes. Kind of don't even need hyenas anymore. Like, we have so many hyena pelts. We put that on everything. What I would be more excited about getting would be some unholds. Also, where did this bro's helmet go? Oh, it's just... Right, he doesn't repair it at all. I don't know, I guess it spawns a group for us to fight. If it's serpents, I'm kind of annoyed. I guess it literally just doesn't matter anymore. If we drop a contract, like, it just cannot, it doesn't matter one bit. So we can just accept it and see what they are. Serpents. Of course it's serpents. Okay. Probably don't want to fight a giant pile of serpents. Let's go east to all on War. Do I go through the desert? Maybe. I want to fight more camps. And we just abandoned the contract. That's fine. Stupid serpents are probably like right here. 21 of them? No. We're probably good on that. We've been having so few fights that people aren't all euphoric anymore. Man, it's rough out here. Yeah, so I'm now in the position of thinking, am I supposed to just fight these legendary locations right now? I know the answer is yes, I'm supposed to just do it. If so, then I kind of want to imbibe some potions. I don't know. I still kind of feel like the right order of operations for these two is to fight the reliquary first, because the weapon, the sensor, the diviner would be so good in this fight. And I also still want to have my sensor bro leveled up for the fight and have him participate, but maybe all that stuff that I'm talking about is kind of stupid, and what I'm actually just supposed to do is go straight to Sunken Library, like right now, right this moment. I guess we could quaff potions, go to all Anwar, and then go to Sunken Library after that. We could just pull out Roger and bring in, like, Edward in the fight, maybe. This is the one that has the weaponsmith and the armor. Alright, we're gonna navigate there. I hope we get there before midday. I guess we're probably not going to. Just thinking about if we want to quaff the potions now and commit ourselves to this course of action, because we don't want anyone to be sick when we arrive there. Alright, I don't think we're quite gonna get there in time. Maybe we will. No. That's too bad. Okay, yeah. Are we just gonna go straight from here to Sunken Library and do the fight? Like, maybe not tonight, but in the next session? I feel like the team is strong enough to do it. we're at that point. So how would we proceed? We would just quaff some potions right now, if that were our goal, and then we would go down to All on War, buy more potions, repair repair our gear, probably just pay to have it repaired. Head north, go straight to the library. And then after doing the library, we could continue north, explore the fog, level Roger up all the way, and as soon as he's level 11, we go to the artifact reliquary, we claim the censer of the diviner, and then we basically spend the rest of our time, like, I don't know, we pick some course where we clear as much fog as possible while heading towards the monolith. We hit up the ancient statue, we go to the monolith, we do the fight. So yeah, I mean, I think it does make sense to just go to the Sunken Library right now, which means that we're supposed to be quaffing the potions. It'll be a little bit annoying if there's a fight that we can't avoid on the way. I don't know how likely that is. Also don't know if we're gonna, like, make anyone sick just from quaffing one potion apiece. But if we were gonna do this, what would we do? We do, like, a second wind potion on... I guess the Spear Bros aren't actually particularly strong in this fight. Almost makes me want to bring in a brother we care about less, but that's not right. That's definitely not right. Don't need another tank. Edward and Roger would swap out for sure. Kind of wondering if this is actually the right cleaver to have on. Let's take a look. So this does, I know I've done this before, 0 to 35, 80 to 107. Yeah, I kind of feel like this one is better. Maybe it's just been better the whole time. Geralt not having a proper weapon kind of kills me. We need to buy him some kind of weapon that's worth using as a bonk. If we're going to be getting into these fights, I think we just need to, like, go to the town, buy whatever big weapon they have, and probably spec him into it. We just don't have the time anymore to, like, dick around. Just checking in on everyone's health. No one's too badly hurt. They should heal up pretty well by the time we get there. So which potions would we use? We would probably give Edward a second wind potion. Kettlemund and Tostig also need them. I don't know. The thing is, I don't want to, like, use all my potions before I go to fight Black Monolith. That seems kind of stupid. It's pretty important that the throwers not tire out as they run across the desert. I guess running across the desert is fatigue neutral. I think it's, with Pathfinder, I think it's 12 fatigue to run 4 hexes on desert tiles. So I don't really need to worry about it too much. They're going to spend most of their time running around the map, not actually just throwing. So maybe Edward's the only one who actually needs it for this fight. Okay, so we'll do that. Bannerman definitely gets the Lionheart potion. I don't think anyone else necessarily needs it for this fight. Practically no one has dodge. I guess it's like our 2 dodge fatigue neutrals, which is pretty funny. And the Bannerman does, actually. So that's 3 people who we would want to give more initiative to. So what we're going to do, I think this fight is harder than the Censer of the Diviner, the fight with the Grand Diviner, I think, is my general impression, even though I've only seen the Diviner fight once. So I feel like I'm okay using a couple cat potions on this fight, as long as we, or 1 cat potion, as long as we save 3 for Monolith, for Walter and Liebwin, and maybe Hilderic as well. kind of just want to give the bros every advantage they can possibly have. This whole thing, by the way, was kind of silly in the end. It didn't come into play. I guess part of the issue with that is that we never actually fought Goblin City. By the time we found it, it was just too late. We'd explored everywhere. We'd destroyed all the camps. So... Alright, so I'm willing to use... Maybe I'll just use, like, 2 and 2. Two cat potions on this fight for the dodge fatigue neutrals and 2 for Black Monolith. So Walter and Leibwin, right? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good to me. And do I want to give anyone shrooms? Does anyone need the Iron Will potion that much? Or another Lionheart potion? Does the tank need a Lionheart potion? I don't know. Wouldn't be terrible. I kind of feel like Lionheart potions might be more valuable for Monolith, though. Or you're just fighting this massive wave of Ancient Dead. How many are there at the... Just trying to remember how big the fight actually is. Let's see. So it's the Lore Keeper, there's 10 phylacteries on the map, 3 Lost Treasure Hunters, 8 Ancient Honor Guards, and 4 Ancient Honor Guards with some kind of pole arm. Wouldn't be bad to decap with the cleaver. I'm just reading a little bit of information about it. He'll summon the skulls, we know about that. He will summon apparitions of himself. He's got the lightning, the vertical chain lightning effect. Okay. Lost Treasure Hunter has Fearsome, and the Honor Guards obviously have Fearsome too. But there's just not as many of them as Monolith, so I feel like it's better to save these potions for any Nimble Brothers that we bring into Monolith. We obviously give one to Hildrick there, we give one to the tank, and then we have like potentially 3 Nimble Bros on the squad. So I think it's better to save them. And the shrooms... I don't know that that really takes us past any important breakpoints, and taking the extra damage seems kind of bad from losing the melee defense. So I think I don't really like that so much. Okay, so that's it for potions. We didn't end up getting anyone sick. And we can just go to town. Wow, so close. Just looking at the contracts, obviously we can't take one. Well, we could, but we're not going to. Go to the Alchemist, buy more potions. Ooh, Potion of Knowledge. Like that. Actually, let's check the other shops first. Weaponsmith. They're probably not going to have anything too good because of ambush trade routes. Is it worth buying a pole hammer? Given the fights we're going to be getting into? Maybe it is, actually. Probably is. Buy another net just for the hell of it, basically. I think we will just buy more potions Don't know if we need the Night Owl elixir anymore. Kind of doesn't do anything for us, unfortunately. And yeah, do I buy this pole hammer? 50 to 75, 50% armor, norm 185. To replace long axes for the monolith fight. I mean, it's got to be better than the long axe for that fight, right? 75. Yeah. It's better than the long axe for that fight, and it weighs the same amount? Yes. So we'll buy it. And we'll use it in this fight too. Gerhard has this thing, which is pretty chunky. Don't even know that it's actually better. So who do we want to give this to? I guess whoever's going to use it better. We'll figure out the gear when we're actually about to go into the fight, I think. Okay, let's just get up there and then I'll save and we'll probably call it a night because it is getting a little bit late. It's kind of annoying. I have this tendency to like save right before difficult fights because I feel like I often play late at night and I'm getting more and more tired. So when I get to a fight like that, I'm like, okay, I don't want the outcome of this to be defined by my being kind of tired and out of it. But I feel like it also probably looks really bad, like I'm potentially, you know, save scumming. Also definitely forgot to repair this helmet. Nice job. It's okay. We're not getting there during the day, and we'll just wait probably overnight. Guess it's only dusk. Yeah, so that's a big whoopsie again. I said I was going to repair those things, and I did not. How's everyone else doing? There's like a little bit more armor repairing we could be doing. Swap in this slightly stronger helmet. Is it worth letting the boys' mood decay overnight? I don't think so. Really annoyed that I didn't repair this thing. Okay. Any other changes we're going to want to make? May want to give the Bannerman's thing to like Edward or maybe one of the Spear Bros. Edward obviously should be a finisher. He doesn't have the option to pull out a shield like the Spear Bros do. Do that. I'll give him this fight. And should Edward get one of the fancy hats is another question. I mean, obviously what he should have is this one right here. Pretty annoying. Maybe I've given him enough. He's got excellent body protection and the helmet is decent. Does he actually cast like horror? I think he does. Yeah, so having the undead trophy on someone is valuable for sure. Orc trophy doesn't do anything for us, so we'll just put another dog on. Another dog on. Is there anyone else we can put a dog on? Okay. The falcon's going to be valuable for us. All right. And is the net really going to be useful in this fight? I don't think so. Smoke pots or flash pots, fire pots. A fire pot, I guess. Spear bows obviously don't want to be using spears in this fight. I don't really want to be using jagged pikes either necessarily. No, that's not right. Something like this, probably. He's not benefiting from Duelist at all with this setup, unfortunately. But the cleaver does just do, like, ridiculous damage, so... Something like this. Some argument to be made, certainly, for taking off the goblin pikes. They might be useful in the end when we're killing the skulls, is one thing that kind of makes me interested in them. I don't think Goswin's going to need to worry about shield breaking happening, so I'll take that off. Second wind potion's going to help. Geralt. Poor Geralt. Kind of just doesn't really have the best options. I guess we're going to put that on him. Yeah. Okay, and then we have 3 stacks of axes here, 2 stacks here. Is that enough? We don't have a good alternative, right? We could give him some jabs instead. Let's do that. Do I want these guys to have... Put the smoke pot on the bannerman, I guess. Bandages. Okay. Good God, that was time consuming. Alright, and no perks to assign, I think. Gerhard. I mean, I don't know, we're supposed to just give him, like, sword mastery. Just admit defeat, say we're not going to find a good famed item after we let that one slip out of our grasp. I'm not sure. And is this padded leather better than the direwolf? Or the plated nomad mail? Probably, right? I just feel like it probably is. Okay. Alright, I mean, I think I like this setup. I do really wish that I had this helmet repaired. But I feel like this should be pretty good. Cool. Yeah, so we'll come back when I'm fresh and we'll do this fight. See how it goes. This is going to be my first time ever trying Sunken Library. Even though I've seen it done several times, I haven't actually done it myself. So that'll be cool. Hopefully it goes okay.